Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Maheshkariya. You're watching me on YouTube now, and in this today's session, I'm gonna take you through Hasura. So I'm using this for the very first time. So I just opened Hasura.io. I just came to know about it, and I'm gonna explore all the possible things about that. So that's why I'm sharing this video with you guys. So let's see how it goes. Okay. So what the friend of mine told me about this thing that you don't need to write that much of GraphQL things in it, and it already has got 27K stars, which is really very good. So we should know that, and I guess we can start directly by clicking here on Get Started. So let me see what we have there. So I'm not gonna log in until it is required, and so yeah, let's go with the Google for now. Okay, and we can choose GitHub as well. I'm gonna use Google. Okay, so it's Maheshkariya, and just okay, we got kind of dashboard. Okay, let me. Okay, please wait. It might be doing the background docker things, something like that. Launch the console. Okay, cloud.hasura.io, and yeah, we got our console already here. I'm not sure what they are loading here. Okay, we got a kind of nice beautiful console. Okay, just one click, that's it. So we have step-by-step tutorials over here. So I'm gonna click here on Get Started, and might be Docker will be required, I guess, for that, for kind of setup installation. I'm not sure though, but let's see. Okay, so GraphQL queries are used to fetch here. Okay, Hasura GraphQL engine auto generates the query. Okay, and the GraphQL schema from your database schema model. Okay, so it needs database. That's what I understood. So uh, Postgres is required, any database, I guess. So Postgres simple object queries. Okay, okay, fine, no worries. So I'm gonna click here on Get Started with Hasura Cloud. Let's go with that. The cloud.hasura.io, we have already account at that we have just created. Now we can go with the free tier, or then we can click here. We can go to the console, manage the database. I'm not sure if we have that. Okay, in data, let me see what we have. And okay, here the database. And okay, so we need a database like in EC2 or somewhere, so we can get that database and use this here. Another, if I'm looking for, is there any other way through which I can use Docker or something like that? So yeah, yeah, I got the Docker. Okay, great. So quick start with the Docker. Okay, so I'm gonna use Docker Compose prerequisite. Okay, I already have it. So if you don't have it, you can just simply grab Docker from here. Simply search for Docker, and you can click here on Docker Desktop, and you're good to go. Okay, so it is available for all the systems. So this is it, and after that, I'm gonna open my terminal quickly. Here, I'm gonna go to code, Hasura. I'm gonna create cd into Hasura, and I'm gonna use this command. So in the new directory, run this thing or this thing. So I have wget, I guess. I have both. So let me use this thing. Wget, I don't have it. Might be curl I have. Okay, let me try this one as well. Yeah, I have it. Okay, if you don't have it, you can directly use brew install wget, or brew install curl, or scoop if you are on Windows, or if you are on apt, you can Linux, so you can use apt, sudo apt install curl and all the words. So we got I guess the Docker Compose file. Yeah, we got it. So let me open this thing in a code. So you can use any editor. It's just editor that I'm gonna use. Okay, so let me see what we have here. So the persisted data directory which will be okay, and the password will be this password. Okay, that's we are gonna enter. Okay, and yeah, this is it, I guess. I don't like comments that much, so I'm gonna remove it, not all the comments, but anyways, let it be. Okay, so let me use Docker Compose quickly. So Docker Compose -d. So I'm gonna use that. So if you don't know about the Compose, Compose is the thing that allows you to create multiple containers. Okay, multiple app services at once. Okay, so I have this Docker uh, thing, Docker extension in my system. I also need to start Docker. So for that, let me start Docker. Okay, I have Docker desktop available inside my system. So you can see this little over icon over here. You just need to start it. That's it. So until you will get the green signal over here. So it's orange. Okay, it's getting started. So yeah, this is done. Now you can see I need to remove the previous containers. Okay, and here images, registries, you can all the things you can see here directly. Now I'm gonna create sudo docker compose up hyphen build. Okay, so I'm gonna use build in detached mode, of course. So in detached mode, let's enter the password. In detached mode means it will run in the background if you are not aware about that. So you can like do the things, it will be running in the background. So if you are doing this for the very first time, it's gonna pull the images, all the required images. Like let me show you, this one image is required, the Hasura GraphQL. Okay, then this image is required for PostgreSQL. So that kind of things it's going to import. Till then I'm gonna pause the video, I'm gonna do something. Till then, let's say let's explore the further things. So then I'm gonna do docker ps. So this ps command will show you all the containers that it's got created, and the next step would be manage the databases. Okay, okay, fine. So I'm gonna go to localhost colon 8080. Let me open this thing here. It will it will not open until and unless the docker compose is done, and then we'll go to connect databases. Okay, fine. And inside what we have, okay, we need to enter the things over here. What are the password we have created? Like inside here we have this password that's we are gonna use here, and try it Hasura, and that's it, I guess. Then we are gonna create a table. Yeah, we are gonna create table from this data, and let me uh, resize this thing so it will be visible to you. It's still not. So yeah, I guess so. In general tab, once we create the table, then in general tab we can directly use the queries. But one thing that I'm curious about, if we can query directly like this. Okay, I'm not sure though, but if they are gonna create it automatically, then the hacker or whatever it may be, they can directly uh, guess what's, if it is based on the Hasura, they can directly guess that this kind of models they were using. So they can, if this is directly connected to front end, if then I'm not sure about this thing, so we are gonna look into that. Okay, okay. So before that we need, yeah, this is done, this is done already. Now I'm gonna check by docker ps command. Okay, even though if you don't have it, this docker, it's completely fine. Okay, so I can see clearly see uh, two containers are running here. If I go here, if I hit refresh, you can see two containers are running here. And if I go here, if I refresh, there should be a persisted folder it should create here. Okay, now let me go there to the link. Okay, that console link, and it should open the dashboard. Okay, so we have successfully created containers. Okay, and now I don't need this thing, so let me close these things. Don't show me again for now. And I'm gonna go to data, I'm gonna use database name, database display name. So it should be YouTube for now, let's say. And then I'm gonna see what we need to do here. Okay. And yeah, the default is better, and driver is Postgres. Okay, the environment variables I'm not sure. Database URI, okay, it is there already. And okay, so let me try this one. PostgreSQL. Okay, colon slash slash, then I'm gonna say my name, which will be username. So you will get the username from here, which will be a Postgres. Sorry. And this will be my username. Okay, and password will be my password, this one. Okay, now let me see the host name at the rate localhost. Okay, colon 5432 is a default port that I'm gonna use, and the database that we have, so Postgres that we have default, I guess. So I'm gonna use the same. Postgres is the default database that we get, or default, I guess. So I'm gonna use that. Let me see here as well. So yeah, Postgres. Okay, so they are using, yeah, we can't use localhost here because we need to uh, provide the name of container. So it will automatically get the IP address of that container. So in here, if I go here, it should be Postgres. uh, I'm not sure though. Let me see the name of container. This is the name of container, Postgres colon 12. So Postgres is the name of container. Okay, and hopefully, sorry, the Hasura underscore Postgres underscore 1. So we should use that one. So let me grab the name if possible. Anyways, so let's try this one. If something goes wrong, we are going to use that. So we are going to use connect database, adding the data source field. Okay, so yeah, as I told you guys, it should be, I'm not sure though, but let me try that one, underscore 1. And here I'm going to use Hasura underscore Postgres underscore 1. Hopefully it should work. No, or let me try this one. Okay, my god, so we are already facing issues according to the doc. Might be this one now. uh, Postgres here as well. Yeah, we got it. So yeah, we got it. So it's actually we were use the spelling mistake was there, of course. So Postgres colon slash hash Postgres colon password at Postgres onwards. Yeah. So yeah, we have connected to this thing. Now we can create the database. Okay, so connect the database. Why? I already have a YouTube, I already have a public. Now I can create a new table, I guess. So let me try that one. So I'm gonna create to data. I'm gonna go to data and I'm gonna create the table using this thing. I'm gonna go to data and create the table. Of course, I'm gonna name it users. Okay, I'm gonna, column name should be ID. Wow, it's already I've got the kind of nice UI for that, and it's really very cool. And let's go with the normal things like string, actually varchar. Oh my god, so let me grab this from here. I'm not sure for what they use. Character, string, what, oh no, small. Wow, there are all the things are given already, of course. Character varying. Okay, character varying, name, email, which will be a character varying again, varchar, and password, which will be again a char varying. Okay, and the default value we don't need any default values. Primary key should be id, of course. Then foreign key, it should not be id. If you are doing this in a production, make sure to use something else. Do not use id. This is a kind of key rule if you are planning for something big. Okay, and primary key, that's it, I guess. The foreign key I don't want, and the rest of the things are okay for me. Okay, so I'm gonna create here a table. So table got created successfully, and now I'm gonna go to, I don't want to do that things. Let me go back and let me see the docs what we have here. Just query. I'm gonna grab this query. So query is fine. If you are not aware about GraphQL, let me tell you guys. Query is something that allows you to, while doing query and get the data, all the data that you want to fetch, it's going to be a part of query. And there will be a mutation where you can mutate the data, like create, update, or delete. This is going to be a part of mutation. Okay. So the GraphQL thing I'm sure about. I have that kind of idea about GraphQL, but this thing I'm doing this for the very first time. Okay, so yeah, I guess now we can query here. So instead of use here, I'm gonna use users, and I'm gonna page name, email, and password. Okay, so I'm gonna click here. I got the empty data, but that's what I was not expecting. This is something is not good because I can't control it. That's what I understood for now. Okay, so somehow I can control this schema, then only it will be a kind of secured until and unless, because uh, anyone from the front end can directly get my name, email, and password, or password directly. So which is not good, of course. So that should be something to do restrictions, okay, on our private things like session keys and all. Okay, so there is a limit, offset, and lots of things you can do. Oh, it's a good thing actually. We got a nice UI here, so we can do things from here only. And this is my endpoint from which we can directly post the things. Okay, so of course it's okay. Now in mutation, let me see what we have. Let's go there and let's explore the things about mutation. Okay, so that would be part of the schema we'll go through first. Okay, so this is my schema: table basics, table relationship. Okay, extend the views, fine. Extend with the SQL functions, fine. The rest of the things we can dig into it later, but for now I am more curious about uh the schema part. We'll see later. BigQuery, oh great, it's we can connect to the BigQuery as well. Seems like Google BigQuery, I guess. MySQL server, MS SQL server, of course. So you can use Azure SQL Edge in Docker if you are guys facing issues while running MS SQL in a Docker. So in previous videos we did that already. So for BigQuery, for the three things we have support for now that I can clearly see here. And apart from that, queries that we have gone through already, the aggregation, nested, and all the things that you can, all the possible queries of GraphQL, you can do this directly from this terminal only. Okay, so from here you can do anything. Okay, so let's go back, and let's go back to the mutations now. I'm gonna run kind of mutation thing now. I'm very curious to insert something and get data, or do something like that. So auto generated insert mutation schema. Okay, so it's going to generate the schema. That's a good thing. So that can be, we can store the kind of GraphQL file in a front end, and we can get the data accordingly. So that's what it's all about. And it's a good thing though. So it's looking secured now. Okay, using this variable. Okay, great. Yeah, so I think now I can say that this is production. We can use this thing in production, and lots of folks are using it, I guess. So let's do something. Let's insert the data, then only I can say this will work. So let me grab this. Okay, and let me go there. Inside mutation, I'm gonna say uh object, and that object should be, okay. So instead of articles, we are gonna say insert users. Okay, here somewhere I'm gonna signal, not signal. Let me remove this thing. It should be something which will be started with users. Okay, insert, let's say here as well, users. Okay, and here as well I need to use users. I'll get the suggestions, no worries. Users, yeah. So instead of this I'm gonna say name, and insert single article, not article, will say user. Okay, so this will be a simple name. So it's great. Now the query variables which we need to pass, so this object is going to be a part of this is going to be a part of query variables. So, okay, that's a separate thing that we are going to pass here. So let me see if I can go, if I can resize or something like that. So I'm not okay. Now here I'm gonna pass name, which will be my first entry, Mahesh. Now in email I'm gonna pass my email. Okay, looking good to me. Password at 123, and here I'm gonna say password. Okay, looking good to me. And why I'm not able to resize? Okay, okay, this object is there, so it should work. Oh, done. So we did the entry, the first entry, the mutation part we did. Now let's go back to the query part. Okay, so for that I'm gonna grab this thing first, and I'm gonna go back in order to fetch all the data once again. And here we don't need to pass variables now, and hopefully it should work. So we got the data back. So it's really very good. I really enjoyed actually this thing. The prettifier is there, the history is there, which kind of query we were doing. The explore part, I'm not sure what is this explore. Okay, code explore. Wow, we have a code. Okay, so we can directly get the function from here. It's really very nice. The server side usage. Oh, great. So yeah, it's really very good. Like we are getting, but we are getting code in a JavaScript only. That's what it looks like. It's not good though. We, because GraphQL is open source for all the languages, which is okay. The REST endpoints we are getting unable to create REST endpoint. Please enter the valid name GraphQL query or mutation. Valid name. What kind of valid name? So we'll go to the docs then. The query root, mutation root. Okay, fine. Root type for the each kind of operation. So analyze, what kind of analyze we have. It's really very good though. I'm gonna use this thing definitely in some of my projects. Definitely this is something worth looking at once at least. Okay, let's go to the cloud. Okay, the cloud part is we have seen already. uh, Create actions. I'm not sure about this action. Remote schema. So but the remote schema is an external GraphQL service which can be migrate with the Hasura to provide a unified GraphQL API. It's like makes sense. Uh, Settings. What we have, allow list. In the GraphQL engine, it started with Hasura allow list that where not sure what it is all about, but the main part that we have, it's in version 2.10.0, which is a good thing. Then you can pass the headers over here. Looking good to me, actually looking good to me. Let's go back to query, and yeah, we got it. The endpoint, let me create the endpoint. Just Mahesh. Description I'm not sure. Location I'm not sure. The method name should be post. Of course the post is better always. While doing mutation, of course there should be, and while doing anything, post will always make sense. So create user, I'm gonna say. Wow, we got it. The GraphQL request, this one. So yeah, now I can mm, hit this endpoint from anywhere. So we don't need to create REST endpoints as well. It's really very good. I'm getting that positive feeling right now. And now one thing is more important than what we did now. is all the relationships, managing relationships, how they are doing. Let me uh, look into it. That subscriptions, yeah, it is needed, although the remote schema and the schemas inside schemas will get PostgreSQL, let's say, and the table relationship. And here what the main thing comes into the picture: modeling one to one, one to many. Wow, great, that's what I was looking for. The same way we are going to create a table manually, and then we can do the things like that. So you can see how easy it is through the query only, GraphQL only. You can do the inner join, outer join, whatever it may be, but looking good though. Okay, so okay, that's what I was expecting. Actions, I'm not sure about these actions. Create action, let me see what we have there. Okay, the new action, the mutation, the type. Okay, let me read about the action. It's a GraphQL query or a mutation. You have to define a GraphQL type of the arguments that the query or the mutation accepts, and the GraphQL type of its response. Wow, great. So we have a complete uh, kind of like thing that we can manipulate the query, and we can get the response and request. We can design according to our choice. It looks like this. So I'm gonna use CLI. Hasura CLI is there. Wow, great. It's a good thing. I don't have Hasura CLI yet, but let me see from where I can get the Hasura CLI. So install. Okay, let me go to the install and let me install quickly. If the brew install Hasura might be, or CURL I already have it, so I'm gonna use Mac. Okay, this is available for all the systems. I'm gonna get that one. Then what we have to do? Okay, install through the npm. I have npm as well. I'm a node developer, so definitely I'm gonna go with that. Saved and global, this version, the global version I'm gonna use. Okay, so let me open my terminal. Is open already, so I'm gonna use control V, enter. So npm install -g, the command, the version. Oh, sorry, you can use at the rate version, but if you don't use at the rate, it will always provide the latest version. So it's gonna grab that one. Then I'm gonna use login. So like Hasura init, before that I need to log in somewhere. Okay, so let's go back to uh, env. I'm not sure what this is all about, but the commands we need to know, the Hasura commands. Okay, the Hasura, if we get Hasura authentication, there should be Hasura console, Hasura help. Let's go there. Yes, you can see the nice documentation is given as well. The Hasura display, Hasura init. I'm not sure though what it is all about, but it makes sense. This is something that we should use. Okay, and yeah, I guess this is it for this tutorial. We can stop here, I guess, because I really enjoyed this video. I'm not sure about you guys, but it was really worth it to looking it at once. Okay, because what I have seen, that's what the developer wants. That's what that will save your time if you are working on any quick time or any rad model or any project that you need to finish in a quickly. So that's will help you a lot. Okay, I'm facing issues anyways. Sudo is there. Sudo command will be required to install things globally. So once we are done with that, then only, let me check if we have a Hasura here as well, so it will make sense. We don't have it. Please provide some kind of extension, it will be useful. And here we go, we are done already. Oh, we are done. But I was thinking there should be a key value or access key or access secret should be there. So it will be great. So because why, how will connect, that is more important. So Hasura like -h, and you can do the further things like that. Let me try Hasura login if possible. I'm not sure though, it won't work. Oh, great. No, no. Hasura init I'm gonna use definitely. Checking for update. What's all about update? Yes. Uh, okay. Something happened. Okay, something is happening. Updating CLI. Okay, do update till then. Let me see. What do we have? Explore. Okay, so we can connect to GitHub. SpaceX. Oh, okay. I'm not sure about the SpaceX public SpaceX mission log. I'm really very excited to dig into that once. Uh, oh, that's the thing I was talking about, the bearer token. And here we can pass that bearer token. Okay, so I'm not sure though, but testing Hasura cloud project. Okay, so from where, from that cloud we are gonna get some kind of token, and that token we are gonna pass here in a secret. So that's exactly what I was talking about before. Without that we can't secure the EPS. Okay, so authentication tokens were important. And the enterprise policies, oh, really very great. So this is, yeah, name of, and then I'm gonna go to Hasura, then I'm gonna go to Hasura console. I am really very excited to see a console part, what it will do now. Oh, okay, so it was that easy. uh Even though, okay, so what we got here, it's really very exciting to me. And what we are going to deploy, that the query or the schema that we have created, that's what we are going to deploy here, I guess. So seeds, migrations, metadata. In actions we have metadata enums. Wow, great, looks nice to me. It deserves the second tutorial, I guess, to explore these things, what this CLI is all about. But for now, I really enjoyed the thing, and thank you so much for your time, guys. It's really been honor to make the videos, and I hope you like this video. I'm not sure, but if you enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe my channel if you haven't already, and smash that like button if you have, if you enjoyed. And you can use this thanks button as well in order to like contribute. Even $1 is enough to like to grow our channel. And thank you so much for your time, guys. Have a good day. Bye bye.